It is a real honor to be here, to stand here tonight, not just as a journalist or as the CEO of Taglit Germany, but as a Jewish woman who has spent her life between Israel and between Germany. I mean, for years, I had the rare privilege, sometimes a burden, of being a bridge, of being a translator, not only of language, but of emotions, of trauma, of culture. I have spent much of my career because I have this fine talent of explaining Israel to Germans and explaining Germany to Israelis. But I have to say that it's not always an easy task. It means carrying the weight of history while standing in the middle of the present. And after October 7th, that task became heavier than ever. I mean, you've heard the stories. You know that on that day, our world changed. As Israelis, we witnessed unspeakable horrors. And as Jews in Germany, we were faced with a different kind of trauma. The silence of neighbors, the hesitation of institutions, the understanding that the Me Too movement is silent when it comes to the rape of Jewish women. And the painful realization that in the very place where never again is a founding pillar of collective memory, the Jewish community was suddenly left alone. The emotional shock of October 7 was followed by weeks of pro-Palestinian protests. I mean, they were actually protesting already on October 7th. Israel didn't even react at that time, but they were protesting. I mean, me as a journalist, I remember seeing that and saying, about what are they protesting? About what Hamas did? No, they were giving candies away in Neukölln, a place that me as a Jew can't visit anyway, and after October 7th wouldn't dare. The following weeks were full of misinformation, of narratives that seemed to erase our pain, or even worse, to justify it. And here in Germany, of all places, some of us felt that our grief was not met with compassion, but with scrutiny. I won't lie, those weeks were some of the loneliest of my life as a Jewish woman in Germany. At some point, I started to get death threats via social media by hundreds of Palestinians or pro-Palestinians living in Germany. They were writing to me that they know where I live, that they know how my daughter looks like. My daughter is 4 years old. They were writing to me that they will find me and will find my daughter and will do to me what Israel is doing to women and children in Gaza. I almost didn't leave the house for 3 weeks back then. I really spent 1 week only in bed. The German police officer that I talked to told me, well, Miss Yamin, Frau Yamin, what do you want? I mean, when you say the things that you say on German TV, you have a bit of chutzpah. You're so bold. So friends or people I thought who are friends of mine told me, yes, but you should have known that that would happen, right? If you speak out loud. But thank God, I had and still have 2 German friends, not Jewish, who really took care of me and really saw that I wouldn't break. Being Jewish in Germany since October 7 means, and I'm ashamed to say it, but it means being sometimes afraid. It means hiding my hostage pin when I go into a taxi, not going with a Magen David anymore, just when I am on German TV. It means that if my husband calls me and I'm in an environment that feels unsafe, I answer in German, even though he is 500% Israeli. But it's not all bad. I mean, I love this country. Germany is my country. I was born in Mannheim. That's why when I speak German, I always say that my charmantes Deutsch has nothing to do with me being Israeli. It has something to do with the fact that I have a Mannheim accent. But I choose this country. I love my Israel. I will forever fight for it. But I choose my daughter to grow up here for now. And since October 7th, I also saw German friends reaching out, not with perfect words, but with open hearts. I saw Yazidi and Iranian German women speaking about the Jewish rape on German stage. I saw hundreds of young Jews in Germany choosing not to retreat, but to speak, to organize, to be visible, to say, we are here. We are part of this country, and our pain matters too. In my head, as the CEO of Taglit Germany, we've seen something remarkable. Despite fear, despite raising anti-Semitism, despite rockets on Tel Aviv, more and more young Jews decide to go on trips to Israel. Not because they are running away, but because they are running towards something. They are running towards identity, towards connection, towards the truth. Because only if you are in Israel and see for yourself, you know what really happened. Being Jewish in Germany today means walking a fine line between trauma and hope, between the past that we carry and the future that we try and have and just need to build. If I've learned anything from standing in front of cameras in war zones or accompanying Jewish students when they are the first time at the Kotel, it's that hope isn't naive. Hope is a choice. And I choose hope when I speak to German students at schools and a teenager comes up to me after and say, I've never met a Jew before. I didn't know it. Thank you for saying it. I choose hope when I see young Israelis and young Germans dancing in Tel Aviv. And I also choose hope when I see the next Jewish generation here in Germany. They are strong, they are proud, and they are unwilling to disappear. So tonight, I will ask you to choose hope with me. Not the kind of hope that ignores the pain, but the kind that insists on building something anyway. Let's keep telling our stories. Let's keep asking hard questions. And above all, let's make sure that bridges, no matter how shaken, are never allowed to fall. Thank you so much. Danke und Am Israel Chai.